Well, welcome to the playoffs on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Green Canyon hosting Desert Hills in the first round. Eric Olson along with you as Green Canyon wins the toss and will receive the opening kickoff. Hayden Porter getting set to address the pigskin. And we are underway in the playoffs. Peremski's going to watch it go into the end zone, and that's where Ethan Monk will bring the offense out onto the field against the Desert Hills defense. Monk, 76, 135, 56%, 996 yards, 13 yards per completion, 16 touchdowns. He's taken care of the ball, only 3 interceptions. And they'll get the ball to start at the 20-yard line. We're going to see Parker Lowe a lot on offense this week as well, as he and Carter Perry are along with Peremski to the far side and Edelmayer to this near side. Jenkins the lone setback as Peremski goes in motion. They're going to hand it to Peremski on the comeback. He's grabbed after about a yard gain and pushed back. Second down. Kyson Coons, the center. Luke Baker, the Utah State commit at left tackle. Cole Bunderson at left guard. Right tackle, Dakota Calverley, who Utah State's recruiting, and Malachi Laulu Pututau is the right guard. Good size line. But you look at Tafua, the nose guard for Desert Hills. That guy's a truck, number 90, right in the middle of the field. Monk across the middle, and his receiver, Lowe, had it in his hands. First down yardage, but he drops it. Third and long. Little bit behind him, but certainly a catchable ball, and a 3rd and 9 for Green Canyon right out of the gates. Green Canyon averaging 26 points per game offensively, giving up 23 points per game defensively. Coming into that Ridgeline game, they were giving up less than 13 points a game, but then 49 against Ridgeline and 35 against Mountain Crest, and they gave up quite a few points against Skyview as well. Monk against a 4-man rush. Looking downfield, tosses it to Lowe, hauls it in. Looks like he's got enough for a first down, and he does. 14 yards on 3rd and 9. So Lowe getting the start tonight. And they've already targeted him twice. Dropped one, catches the other. That catch was a tougher one than the first one. Lowe and Perry go with Peremski to the far side. And again, Edelmayer, who had a pretty big game last week, here on this near side. Monk's going to put it in the air again. And again, a drop. Carter Perry, the 6'1 junior, and look it in. This game starting at 6 p.m., an hour earlier. Desert Hills came up last night, stayed overnight. That's an awful long bus ride to come up and then play on the same day. So Desert Hills came last night, stayed last night. Stack set. Jenkins right up the middle. Grabbed and taken down after a gain of 3, 3rd and 7. A couple of Thunder players getting out of that, and at the bottom of the pile, Lucas Guadarrama, one of them. Coach Tau Ely says he wants to get the ball out quickly when they're passing and let their athletes make plays. They'll have an opportunity here as it's an empty backfield for Monk. Monk, nice pocket. Throws it across, and Lowe has it knocked away. Good coverage downfield there by Boston Bundy, and Green Canyon, after picking up 1 first down, will have to punt. It's 4th and 7. Anja Cummings, number 10, the senior defensive back to receive the Holt kick. High snap. Holt goes and gets it and gets a good foot into it. This one touches one of the Desert Hills players and then bounces right into the hands of another. Crisis averted by Bryson Diet as he jumps on the loose ball, and Desert Hills offense will take the field. Brownstein, the quarterback. Two backs, turn and hand it off. And I'm sure if Desert Hills watched the Mountain Crest tape and watching Egbert run for 246 yards, that they are going to try to hammer it. And they end up picking up 4 yards on first down. Tauefa with the carry. And he's with Brownstein in the backfield. In a tight formation against a four-man line. Pitch it out to Andreessen. Andreessen makes one player miss and gets out to the 45-yard line, a pickup of 10. So they're going to say his knee was down, the 44. Mountain Crest ran that direction a lot early against Green Canyon last week. The defense is left side and the offense is right. And they found some lanes. Meredith, Taifa, and another receiver there in a bunch at the top of the formation. And Andreessen in the backfield. They're going to give it to him on a delay. He steps past one would-be tackler and picks up 5 yards. Looked like Ariano was there on the tackle for Green Canyon. Heiner comes in from the sideline and Cummings goes off for Desert Hills. As the Thunder now split two wide receivers out. Looks like maybe a little bit of confusion, and there's 4 seconds on the play clock. It hits 0 just as they snap it, so they let it go. Big hit on the run around the end by Duckett. Gain of a yard. So now it's 3rd and 4. Desert Hills right at midfield. Ethan Mortensen jogs off for Green Canyon. Good sized line. Their roster doesn't have height and weight, but Desert Hills is big up front. Brownstein puts it in the air, lofts it out to Andreessen. He stretches forward. I think he's got the first down. And they're going to move the chains. First down on 3rd down and 4. 13 interceptions for this Desert Hills offense. So I would imagine they probably don't want to put it in the air a lot. They've had some trouble with the pass game. Stuckey and Cummings to this near side. They're going to swing it out there to Andreessen. Andreessen has blockers. Cuts it back inside, and he's down after a gain of 7. And you run little screens like that, it's like an extension of your running game. You can pitch it to the edge, or you can toss it out there to the edge. That was well blocked by Desert Hills, and they are moving on their initial possession into Green Canyon territory, 2nd and 3. Swing it the other way, looking for Brown. Brown picks up the first down, a gain of 4. So a new set of downs. As Desert Hills just methodically moving it downfield on this possession. 6:10 to play in a scoreless first quarter at Green Canyon. Four-man line for Green Canyon, one deep safety, and they pitch it out to Brown. Brown wrapped up and pulled down after a gain of a yard. It's Wheatley. Wheatley coming into this one with 68 tackles, 7 sacks. Tops on his team in both categories. Stuckey, the lone receiver to this near side. A bunch formation tight on the far side. And they're going to run a little delay to Andresen. He picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and 6. 2 for 2 on this possession on 3rd down for Desert Hills. The Green Canyon defense looking for a stop. And the crowd that's here making some noise. Duckett swaps to the other side. Tauefa in motion, and he didn't get set before they snapped it. And it looks like it's going to be a procedure call, and it's going to be 3rd down and long, 3rd and 11 after what looks like a 5-yard penalty. And that's the call. Here's White Hat making it official. The officials, I think, telling them, I don't know what they're telling them. They started playing some music as the Desert Hills came up to the line. I don't think they're allowed to do that. And the official coming over to tell Coach JT to switch that up. Brownstein over the middle. Tauefa slips out of a tackle. He's near the 1st down marker, certainly close enough to go for it. He picks up 10 yards. Tauefa with 10. 4th and 2 where they're going to spot it. Andresen with the direct snap. This one's going to be close. I don't think he got there. They tried that right side, and Green Canyon, the whole pack of wolves swarmed over there. And he's short, not even close. Picked up a yard, he needed 2. So Green Canyon on that possession bends but doesn't break. And their offense comes back onto the field with 4 minutes to play in a scoreless first quarter here at Green Canyon. The first round of the State 4A playoffs. Seeds 1 through 8 taking the week off and awaiting the winners of tonight's games. Ridgeline, the #1 overall seed. Give it to Jenkins. Jenkins looking for a crease, finds a little bit of one and picks up 4. Pick up 4 on the play, 2nd and 6 for the Wolves. Coach JT Tauili in his 3rd year, 23 and 12. Coming into this one. Peremski in motion. He gets the give. patiently working his way through and picking up what looks like first down yardage. 6 yards for Peremski on his first carry. Skyview's in action up the road, playing already, and they lead in the fourth quarter 49-14 over Juan Diego. That's a 9-24 matchup, something like that. That's Monk, plenty of time, finds Edelmeyer. And they give him a good spot. He picks up 8. Edelmeyer, 2 touchdown catches last week. That's his first reception. Pabst, Edelmeyer, Peremski, Lowe. We haven't seen Schramm tonight. Pretty good receiving core for this team. Give right up the middle and into the secondary goes Matt Allen, the little used sophomore. "24 yards for Allen. Big game. First and 10 from the Thunder, 37-33. 5 receiver look now for Monk. He's had plenty of time, nice clean pocket. Give it to Peremski. Peremski hit immediately by Meredith. Bo Meredith stops him after a 2-yard gain. You look at that big defensive line. Ethan Smith, Charles Jacob Tafua. Sophomores. Looking for Allen again. And the aforementioned Tafua, they're like a big old brick wall. They'll give him a yard, and it's 3rd down. Tazen Mizukawa, the defensive end, is also a sophomore. Colton Hopper, the old man, number 39, a junior. 4-man line and a linebacker in the gap. Low snap, Monk goes to get it. Crossing pattern to Edelmeyer. Edelmeyer is near the sticks. Looks like he's got enough for a first down. A gain of 8. Edelmeyer 2 for 16 in the early going. The first quarter ticking down to the last 5 seconds. I don't think Green Canyon is going to get the snap off before the end of the quarter. They are not. No score in North Logan. Green Canyon, Desert Hills knotted up at Goose Egg on the Game of the Week playoff edition on the Valley Channel. If you're looking for locally baked goodness, the Old Grist Mill handcrafts breads, sweet treats, soups, sandwiches, and even more. They use their freshly milled flour. You can drop in at one of their Logan locations, or if you want to go online and order something for later, have them make up a big order for you at logangristmill.com to plan your next order. The Old Grist Mill, bake, serve for you and your neighbors. It's the Old Grist Mill, a Game of the Week sponsor. Fast-moving first quarter here in North Logan. No score between Desert Hills and Green Canyon, but Green Canyon has the ball 1st and 10 on the Thunder 22-yard line. The sun's dropped down behind the Wellsville Mountains. What do we got, another week before the time changes? Week, 10 days. Gain that extra hour of sleep. But it gets dark at like 2 p.m. Press coverage on the outside for Desert Hills. Hand it to Allen. Allen tries to slip outside, does, dead legs a tackle and gets out of the first one and ends up picking up about 7 yards. He looked like he was going down for a loss. Allen, just 5'8". Monk goes to the sideline to get the play. We're going to give him 6 on the official spot. Three receivers this near side. Again, a five receiver look for Monk. He surveys the defense. Here comes the linebacker late. Monk hanging it up there for Paps. Throws it short. And are they going to call it a pick? They do not. The defensive back had it in his hands and was laying on his back, and they said he didn't control it long enough before he dropped it. And Monk is fortunate to avoid his 4th interception of the season, 3rd down. 3rd and 4. He hung it up there, but he hung it short. He had a little pressure coming up the middle like Guadarrama. That's the kind of ball that Pabst will go and get. But it was good coverage out there on the edge by Hilliard, Lincoln Hilliard, the junior corner. Again, 5 wide, and again, linebackers coming. Monk waits for everybody to clear, and then picks up, he needed 4, he picked up 2. It's going to be 4th down and 2. They have a good kicker in Holt. What will they do? Green Canyon's kicker, one of the tops in 4A. Number 4 in points with 53. And it looks like they're going to bring Tanner Holt out onto the field and try to come away with points. Every point counts in the playoffs. As long as I've done these games, 30 plus years, the team that scores the most points has always been the winner. Snap, hold, kick, no good. It was wide left. So Green Canyon gets a good looking drive, but they come up empty. 10-18 to play in the first half. Green Canyon 0, Desert Hills 0. Thunderball when we come back on the Game of the Week. From bulk vegetable and flower seeds to shrubs, seeds, bird feed, garden tools, home decor, Anderson Seed and Garden has the selection and know-how you need. AndersonSeedandGarden.com is their website. Check them out for all your gardening needs. Ball placed at the 20-yard line after the missed field goal by Holt. And Andresen has a nice hole off the left side, cuts it up back into the middle and picks up about 8. Closer to 9. 5 carries, 28 yards for number 1, the junior running back. Give it to him again, tries the same side. Not a lot there. He gets pushed back, but he only needed 1, and he picked up 2. First down, Desert Hills. So Andresen, 699 yards on 156 carries coming into this ball game. 6 touchdowns. He's their leading rusher. Stuckey, 18 catches, 301 yards as their leading receiver. Brownstein kicks it out. And a good play to kind of gum up the works by Ross Johnny. Ends up being a gain of a yard. Duckett and Young to the near side. Stuckey to the far side. 2nd and 9. They're going to put it in the air again. Brownstein to the edge. Good catch. Did he get his feet down? He did. It's Young with a gain of 4. Brownstein is 6 for 6 for 29 yards. It's 3rd and a long 5. Young steps out of bounds with 8:48 to play in a scoreless first half here at Green Canyon. Desert Hills wants to take a timeout and talk about this one. Uinta's at Mountain Crest, Juan Diego's at Skyview, Bear River's at Timpanogos. Ridgeline has the first round bye. Logan's at Richfield. We're here at Green Canyon. The Wolves against the Thunder of Desert Hills. No score with 8:48 to play in the first half. Do you ever strain to hear in noisy rooms, right? All of the sounds just kind of blend into one. At Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, Dr. Paul Danes can help you, whether it's tinnitus, loss in one ear, maybe you're just turning up the TV too loud. They have the solutions. They're at 485 North Main or they're in Logan. They've got parking behind the building. Rediscover clear conversations. Dr. Paul Danes at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Clear days begin with them. Three receivers to the far side, one to the near side. As they spread that Green Canyon defense out, see if they try to run it up inside a spread defense on 3rd and a long 5. Instead, they go outside on the quick hitter, and Ross Johnny makes the tackle for a loss of a yard. Cooper Johnny with that tackle. Man, that's twice he has blown that up. So Poremski set to receive the Desert Hills punt as they punt from their own 31-yard line. Kick by Porter is away. Takes a bounce. Everybody gets away. And it's downed out there by Regan Zufeld. 3rd possession of this first half for Green Canyon. So far tonight, both of the defenses flexing their muscles as we're scoreless with just under 8 minutes to play in the first half. The winner of this game goes on to play Snow Canyon next week at Snow Canyon. Monk has Jenkins back in the backfield with him. Last possession, it was Allen. Handed to Jenkins. Jenkins finding a hole, spinning his way out to the 35, the 36 before he's finally brought down, a gain of 8. He averages just shy of 5 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns this season for the junior running back. Two receivers each side in a stack as they spread them out. Jenkins puts his head down, looking for the sticks. He's close, and I think he got there. Gain of 3, another first down for Green Canyon. Jenkins stays in there. Again with that spread look, and again the handoff to number 3. Jenkins had a little bit of a hole. It closed quickly as the backers came up to fill. He picks up 3. Green Canyon kind of doing the same thing that Desert Hills started out doing. trying to pound the football and establish a running game. .61 yards rushing for Green Canyon in this first half. Fake the give. Monk's got a lot of room. They're in a man type of defense, so they're not looking at the quarterback. And he runs right to the sticks. He looked like he had a lot more room, and one of the defensive backs or linebackers noticed him coming, Colson Lopez, and said, whoa, hey. And that's a first down. 2 carries, 9 yards for Monk. He took a wallop. And the officials have already moved the sticks. And the officials want a timeout. I wonder if Desert Hills wants to measure it. No, they've moved the sticks, and they're not worrying about it. The officials aren't talking to each other. There you go. It's an injured player. You can see him further downfield. Stephen Cruz, the senior corner. He's down on one knee. (69-14) the final. Skyview beats Juan Diego. Mountain Crest beats Uinta 21-7, so they will both move on. As they played earlier. They started, I think they kicked off, I believe, at 4 o'clock, both of those teams. Next week's kickoffs are slated for 4 p.m. as the default time. We'll keep an eye on our Facebook page, our X account, to see what time the games will be going. Pabst with the catch, but hit immediately. A gain of only 1. Five of 9 for 33 yards for Monk. They've really only gone downfield one time. Lowe caught that 14-yarder, and that's been their longest pass play. The longest running play, a 24-yarder by Allen. Monk with the quick hitter to Edelmeyer. There's that quick action we thought we might see. 6 yards, and it's 3rd and 3. Two of 3 on 3rd downs for Green Canyon. Let's see what the Wolves dial up. They're at the Desert Hills 44-yard line. Ball's on the turf. And it's going to be 4th down and 8 after a loss of 4. So the miscue for Green Canyon. Add that to the list. They had a missed field goal earlier. They lose the ball on a 3rd and short, forcing the punt. And the game stays tied at 0. This one rolls out of bounds at about the 16 and a half yard line. 4:14 to play in the half, and Desert Hills takes the field. Neither offense really able to sustain a drive. That was something Coach Tauhili talked with me about today as well, about finishing drives, sustaining and finishing drives, and how they've kind of struggled with that the latter half of this season, speaking of Green Canyon. And felt like they did it pretty well last week after the initial burst by Mountain Crest, but they haven't been able to do it so far today. Here's the give to little pitch out there to Andresen, running hard. And picking up 8. Andresen 7 for 38. And when you win first down, it makes it so much easier on your offense. Andresen, a junior. Alone back in the backfield. They're going to run it again. Flags coming in. They are going to call a hold. I believe it was Carter Marshall that got held 88. He threw his hands up, hey, what's going on? And he still ended up making the tackle. And they're going to back him up because that one is in the backfield. So backed up to the 15-yard line. It's second and almost 13. Desert Hills with their second infraction of this half. 2 for 15 on penalties for them. Green Canyon only one penalty, or excuse me, no penalties thus far in this first half. A fast-moving first half, no scoring and a lot of running as the clock ticks down toward the 3-minute mark. Turn and give to Andresen, slips through the first line, picks up most of that penalty yardage. 9 yards on that carry. And another Thunder player down with an injury. Andresen, 8 carries, 47 yards. And he takes it from 3rd and 12 to 3rd and 4. A short 4, long 3, depending on how you look at life. In other 4A playoff scores, late in the ball game, East leads Murray 41-34. Timpanogos in the first quarter leading Bear River 14-0. Salem Hills in the first quarter 7-0 over Mountain View. Highland beating Dixie 21-0. That one close to the, that was second quarter. Skyline leads Tooele 7-0. And in the 4A state championship game for girls soccer today, Ridgeline and Snow Canyon tied 3-3. They went to the shootout. Snow Canyon brings home the hardware with 5-4, winning the shootout. And Ridgeline girls coming up just short. Heartbreak for the Riverhawks girls soccer team. Look at that player that's down. They're still looking at him. He's still sitting. He's not laying down, he's sitting down. Now they're going to help him up. And it takes 3 of them because that's a big boy. That's Cyrus Tofu. Tofu, one of those big offensive linemen. Tofu is, you guessed it, a sophomore. And he's their biggest lineman. And he's limping off with some help. He and Tapusoa, they guard on that left side. That's a couple of big boys. Third down, a short 4. They've got the player off the field. Brownstein has 2 backs in the backfield with him in that pistol look. Trying to get Green Canyon offsides, and they do. Braxton Atkinson came offsides on the hard count, and instead of jumping back, he stayed there in the neutral zone and shook his fists and went, dang it. I don't know if that would have helped. He would have jumped back. So first down by a penalty. Here's the quick hitter to the outside, and a nice tackle out there by Cash Cragen to limit that to a 4-yard gain by Duckett. Brownstein is 8 for 8, 32 yards, so an average of 4 yards per completion. Again, they're using that passing game more like a running game to pass it out to the edges. You have to be careful as a corner not to come up too hard on something, and then next thing you know, somebody's running by you as they've set it up the whole game. Little pitch Out to Andresen, he picks up 2. It'll be 3rd down and 4. 3 of 5 on 3rd downs for Desert Hills as we've dipped under 2 minutes to play. I'm looking at the 5 and the 50. 1:50 on the clock. Brownstein, quick hit to the edge. Green Canyon players are there. No gain for Young. And so now Green Canyon wants to take a timeout. With 1:21 to play in the first half, we're scoreless in North Logan on a playoff edition of the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Start your morning with flavor as you head over to Wendy's of Logan. Breakfast, both their locations, honey butter chicken biscuits, good. Breakfast Baconator is good. Breakfast burrito is good. Anytime you want. They're open early till midnight. Swing by 1305 North Main, 895 South Main. Wendy's, quality is our recipe. So Desert Hills sends their punt team out on 4th down and 3. If you're Green Canyon, hopefully you're telling them on the sideline, guys, don't jump. They got a 1st down earlier. Green Canyon jumping. And a couple of those defensive linemen are leaning, but they stay where they're supposed to be. Knuckleball takes a good bounce for Desert Hills, stays in bounds, and rolls inside the 20, inside the 19, down to the 18-yard line. Goodness. 44 yards. And just like one of my golf shots, 90% of it was the roll. So Green Canyon takes over inside their own 20-yard line with 1:09 to play in this first half. No score, 2 timeouts for the Green Canyon offense. See if they start taking some shots. They've been able to protect Monk. He's had time when he's gone back to throw the football. Stands in there. Now he runs out of time. Spoke too soon. He takes a sack. Loss of 2. First sack by either team in this first half. Green Canyon quickly back to the line. 5 wide receivers. Kick it outside to Peremski. He gains minimal yardage and steps out of bounds after a gain of 2. He gets the sack yardage back. Maybe if you're coaching staff, you're maybe wanting him to turn that thing up. If he was right near the sideline. He may not have been able to, but it looked like he stepped out of bounds on purpose. Oh, I got to stop the clock. Well, there's 2 timeouts. And yeah, you probably don't want to use them until you get farther down. But now if you don't get this first down, you punt here. Desert Hills gets the ball back and probably in decent field position. Monk's got room. Desert Hills closes in a hurry, and again he runs out of bounds, and now he stops the clock and gives Desert Hills time. Again, I get it. You know, these are kids and they're trying to preserve time and everything, but if you get down, Desert Hills at least has to use one of their timeouts. Now you're going to punt. You ran just a few seconds off the clock. That was a disastrous series offensively for Green Canyon. Short of a turnover, that's about as bad as you can get. Ball's free as they have trouble fielding the punt. But Darker gets on it, and the ball right near midfield for Desert Hills. 29 seconds, 2 timeouts for the Thunder. It's been that kind of night for these offenses. I mean, that was the worst possession of the half for Green Canyon. The offensive possessions haven't been terrible. It's just that they haven't been able to keep anything going. They'll get something going, but they can't seem to string together more than maybe one first down or two. Andresen looking for something from Brownstein, and Wheatley knifes through there for the big sack. Both defenses not able to get to some quarterbacks, and then they finally do on this possession. The Thunder may just let the clock run out. No, they're going to snap it. Brownstein unloading, and he throws it out of bounds. No flags, no time on the clock, no score on the scoreboard. We're heading to the locker room. Zeros across the board in North Logan. You're watching a playoff edition of the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
You know, I've been doing ball games on radio or TV for over 3 decades, and you know what worries me a little bit? My hearing. I've got these headphones on all of the time, and it amplifies the crowd noise and everything else. While it's great on Friday night, now that I'm getting a little bit older, it worries me a little bit. What am I missing? I'm getting grandkids. Can I hear them? Will I be able to do all the things I'm used to doing? So I started thinking, what do I do about something like that? Well, you go see somebody like Dr. Paul Daines at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. He's been on my mind a lot. He has more letters after his name than there is in the alphabet. Such a pro with helping you hear what you've been missing. So if you're worried about it, if you're even thinking about it, go see Dr. Paul Daines, who's been a longtime supporter of the athletics here on the Game of the Week.
Welcome back to Green Canyon High School in North Logan. Eric Olson along with you as we get set to start the second half in a scoreless ball game. All defense, not exactly an offensive clinic by either team. A couple of possessions with a couple of drives that worked their way down the field, but neither team could really finish. Green Canyon had the best scoring opportunity, and they missed a field goal, pulled it to the left. And that may come in big down the stretch. Desert Hills will get the ball to start the second half. 45 yards rushing, 32 in the air for Desert Hills for 77 total yards in that first half. And Andresen, 9 carries, 49 yards to lead the Thunder. Brownstein was 9 of 9 for 32 yards in that first half. His leading receiver was Tau'uefa with 10 yards on 1 catch. Young had 3 catches for 3 yards. Green Canyon 68 on the ground, 41 in the air, 109 total yards. 32 yards for Allen on 3 carries. 7 of 11 for 41 yards for Monk through the air. And Edelmayer had 3 catches for 22 yards to be the leading receiver in that first half. Temperature in the low 50s here. Not really any wind to speak of. Maybe a light breeze. It's a pretty night in North Logan. It's kind of a grab bag when you get this late into October. We've done games where we've been in snow at this time of year. Done games where it's been pretty toasty in the day, but cools off nice at night. Hand it to Andresen. He tries to cut to the outside when there was nowhere to go for him up the middle, and he's tackled for no gain. I'm going to give him a yard, and that's generous. He was met by a host of wolves. As a pack of wolves. Brownstein has it tipped He tried to fire it across the middle, and that's his first incompletion of the night. At least according to our unofficial stats. We mentioned earlier, Skyview beat Juan Diego 69-14 to move on. Murray losing to East late in that ball game. Mountain Crest up on Uinta 35-7. That one's still going on. So we thought that one was a final, but that one's still going on. And it's 3rd and 9 here. Brownstein fires well short of the first down marker, a gain of about 4. And here comes a late flag. Darger with the catch. Let's see what the flag is. There's a little bit of a conversation going on after that play, and it's post-play unsportsmanlike conduct on Desert Hills, so that's going to back them up, and that'll, I believe, be half the distance to the goal from where they are here. So it ends up being about an 8-yard penalty. So Peremski going to be standing at the Desert Hills 45. Let's see if Green Canyon comes after this punt, as the punter is standing in his own end zone. And flags fly, and Desert Hills moved early. So back-to-back penalties on the Thunder, putting them in a deep hole. It's 4th and 17. It's going to be 5 more. It'll be 4th and 22. And that backs the punter up, Hayden Porter, with his heels just about a foot inside the back line of the end zone. Now Desert Hills spreads things out. Snap's important here, and that's a good one. But it's a shank on the kick. Thank you very much. Pabst grabs it. The officials looking for the ball. That's because Pabst has it 5 yards out of bounds, and they're going to say it's at the 21-yard line. So Green Canyon, the first big break of the game, gets the ball at the 26-yard line of Desert Hills. No score, 10:25 to play in the third quarter. We're just underway in the second half here in North Logan. 3 receivers in a bunch to this near side. Elmayer alone to the far side, and Allen in the backfield with Monk. Give it to Allen. Allen looking for some running room, nothing there. Picks up a yard as he's grabbed by Boston Bundy. Allen's going to come off. And Peremski in the backfield now with Monk. He's got 1 carry for 6 yards tonight. Speaking of Peremski, give it to Pabst on a little inside handoff. And he picks up good yardage. It'll be 3rd and short. Seven yards for Pabst. Two of 5 on 3rd downs for Green Canyon. It's 3rd and 2. Everybody up for Desert Hills. Hand it to Jenkins. Jenkins runs into a bunch as all those players had bunched up there. And he runs right into it, and he does not get the first down. Let's see where they spot it. He got a yard. It's 4th and a yard. Peremski comes to the sideline. Heavy in the backfield. See if they throw it out of this. They're going to turn around and give it to Jenkins. Peremski. It was Jenkins that came out. Peremski came in, and he got the first down. From where this near side official stand, and he got the first down. A gain of 2. And he needed a yard. They're going to bring it out for the measurement? Oh, goodness. No, it's closer than it looked from where this near side official went and stood and spotted it. So let's see. Got it by half a ball. So the drive stays alive for Green Canyon. Looking for the first points of the ball game for either team. 8:12 to play in the third quarter. Neither team has seen the end zone. Green Canyon missed a field goal. That was the best chance to score by either team. Fake it to Jenkins. Good footwork and handwork by Monk as he hides the ball, gets down near the 5-yard line. He's close to a first down. He picks up 11. It is a first down, 1st and goal. 6 carries, 20 yards now for Monk. And that Thunder defense being tasked with keeping Green Canyon out of the end zone. Give it to Peremski. Peremski maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Gain of a yard for Peremski. It is a big defensive front for Desert Hills. Their problem has been their youth, just the inexperience. 3 sophomores and a junior along that defensive line. And young teams will get eaten up in a good region. Region 9's a good region. 2nd and goal from the 5. Give it to Peremski, and he goes down like he was hit by an avalanche. No gain. 3rd and goal. Hopper gets off the bottom of the pile. 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Scoreless here in North Logan. See if they put it in the air. Monk rolls out, looking for somebody. Gets rid of it. And did he get it back to the line of scrimmage? Can they throw a grounding flag? Let's see. All the officials look at each other and decide not to. It's 4th down. So Green Canyon had 1st and goal at the 6. Now it's 4th and goal at the 6th. And they bring out Holt to try the field goal. Tanner Holt missed one earlier. One of the top kickers in 4A, points-wise. He pulled it left, high snap. Holt kicks this one through. Points on the scoreboard in North Logan. 6:14 to play in the third. Green Canyon out in front of Desert Hills 3-0 on a playoff edition of the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Hey, if you're thinking about putting a fence up or maybe replacing the one you have around your property, I mean, you got to think of it this way. Your property deserves a fence that not only protects it, but enhances the appearance, right? Custom Fence offers wood, steel, aluminum, vinyl, chain link fencing, all tailored to your needs. Privacy, decorative, security, they can do it all. No job too big, they'll do them big and small. All over, not only Utah, but the Western United States. Custom Fence is a Game of the Week sponsor. 3-0 Green Canyon after the field goal. And Holt will kick this one off. This one is returnable. Taken at the 2. Look out. Cummings looking for some room to the far side. And he cuts it back in. He's taken down at about the 31. And here comes a late flag. Allen on the tackle, and we're waiting for the call on the flag. 4 penalties on Desert Hills, only 1 on Green Canyon here tonight. It looks like this one might be on the Thunder as well. Holding, it is. It's a 10-yard penalty, and it backs Desert Hills up. They had 2 penalties in the first half. This is 3 here in this third quarter, and we haven't even played half of the third quarter yet. So now it goes back to the 20-yard line. Max Brownstein is 10 of 11 for 36 yards. And he's got Andresen in the backfield with him. Turn and hand it to number 1. He keeps churning and picks up about 3. Wheatley in on the tackle.
3 or 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 for the Thunder.
Quick hit to the outside, and that's going to be a first down. Gain of 7 to Tauaefa.
To number 5, Antonia Tauaefa. Tackle by number 20, Jackson Calderwood.
Calderwood, the first defender there. Richfield leads Logan late in that ball game, 41-21. Logan improved on their season last year, but it looks like it's going to come to a close for them off I-70 down there tonight. Here's the little pitch out to Andresen. The corner forces Andresen back inside, but there was nobody there to clean up. And number 1 gains 7. He's up to 59 yards on 12 carries. Steps out of bounds and stops the clock with 5:18 to play in this third quarter. 3-0 Green Canyon. Neither offense has really been able to get their footing in this ballgame. Green Canyon's had the 2 best drives of the night, one resulting in the field goal a few minutes ago, and the other a missed field goal in the first half. Give it to Andresen again. He bounces it outside and has a first down. As he picks up 8.
On the tackle, number 84, Drake Briggs. Picks up a Thunder first down.
Ball at the 45-yard line. Brownstein trots back in with the play. Meredith stays in the backfield with Brownstein and Andresen. Flags fly. And somebody moving early again for the Thunder. 4 penalties now in the third quarter, 6 for the game. Clean first half for these two teams. Now plenty of laundry here in the third, and most of it going against Desert Hills. Desert Hills head coach Salomona Tapasa, third year, 16-16. Good push by the offensive line, and they pick up the penalty yardage back. Andresen's up to 72 yards on 14 carries now. His longest run of the night has been 10 yards. Desert Hills just keeps chipping away. Only down by 3, 4 minutes to play in the third, so no need to hurry. Brown in the backfield now with Brownstein. They turn and give it to Double Deuce. Brown picks up a couple before he's met by a host of Wolves. Only his second carry of the night. He's 2 for 3. Wheatley was in there. Rainey in there as well. The 2 seniors. Brown stays in the backfield. Brownstein, quick one over the middle. Tackle's missed, and a runner is loose into Green Canyon territory. "22 yards. Duckett from Brownstein. Biggest pass play of the night. For Desert Hills for sure, and also the biggest pass play of the night, period, for either team. 12 of 13 for 68 yards for Brownstein. Here's the give on the fly sweep to Young. He picks up a couple, give him 3. Brownstein's problem is he's thrown 9 interceptions when he's had to throw it this year. 13 total interceptions through the air for Desert Hills versus only 6 touchdown passes. If you're Green Canyon, you would have liked to have gotten a little bit of a lead against Desert Hills and then made them put it in the air, but you haven't been able to do that as Desert Hills has kept them out of the end zone, and it's 3-0. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Green Canyon with the lead. Pitch it out to Andresen, gain of a yard. So it's 3rd and 7. Big first down. Big third down for Green Canyon. Big for both teams. This has been the best offensive drive of the night for Desert Hills. Green Canyon hanging on to that field goal lead. Brownstein throws the out. Spin near the sticks and head backwards. And let's see where they spot it. Because he went backwards on his own, he may have cost him the first down. He did. They're going to give him 5 yards. It's 4th and a yard. Three for 30 for Duckett. But now it's 4th down. Snap to Andresen. Direct snap, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage and gets nothing. They ran that earlier. They didn't get it. They run it again and still don't get it. As Cummings came in and was the quarterback, they direct snap it to Andresen. No gain on 4th and a yard. The same thing happened in the first half to Desert Hills. So now they're 0-2 on 4th down. Green Canyon takes over with 33 seconds to play in the third quarter and a 3-0 lead. Monk keeps it on the RPO. Slips inside of a tackle, picks up 5. Monk, 7 carries, 25 yards. He's been sacked once. That came toward the end of the first half. And Green Canyon's just going to let the clock run out on the third quarter. Might as well. The clock becomes your friend in this game if you have any sort of lead, as both offenses have struggled. And that's reflected on the scoreboard. 3-0. Green Canyon leading Desert Hills as we head to the fourth on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel Playoff Edition. Attention guitar lovers, it's Rocktober at KSM Music in Logan. All month long, that means you can score huge savings on electric guitars, basses, and select amps with discounts up to $1,000 on select models. Inventory's limited, and the deals move fast, so stop by soon to try the gear in person. Rocktober ends next week, next Friday, October 31st. Visit ksmmusic.com, follow them on social media, and get all the details. KSM Music, a Game of the Week sponsor. Taking a look at the brackets, Ridgeline's going to play. Ridgeline's the #1 seed, so they had the week off. They will play the East Murray winner. Last score we had on that one, it was actually East was out in front. That one is over, so Ridgeline will be playing East. Skyview is going to Park City to play Park City. Hurricane plays the Highland-Dixie winner, which is Highland. Salem Hills Mountain View winner plays Provo, and we'll get to the other side of the bracket in a moment. Salem Hills is winning that game against Mountain View at the half, 28-0. 2nd and 5 for Green Canyon. They lead here in the fourth quarter as we get started on the fourth. 3-0. Gain of 3, it's 3rd and 2. Green Canyon looking at 3rd and 2. The way the offenses have struggled tonight, if Green Canyon could dial up a touchdown drive, this game might be over. For right now, it's just get 2 yards, and they don't do that. They get a yard. If anybody gets a touchdown in this game, it could be over. It's 4th and 1. Green Canyon, discretion is the better part of valor, and they're going to punt it away. On the other side of that bracket from the playoffs, Crimson Cliffs going to play the Timpanogos Bear River winner. Right now, Timpanogos leads Bear River 31-0. That one was nearing the half. Mountain Crest was leading at the half, 35-7. This punt bounds sideways at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Thunder will take over, trailing 3-0 with 10:31 to play in the half. So Mountain Crest, if they hang on to win, they'll go to Stansbury and play a region opponent. This game, the winner will play at Snow Canyon. And Pineview will host the Skyline Tooele winner. That game's 21-7 Skyline. Near halftime in that one. Brownstein gives to Andresen. Andresen turns the corner. He's out near the first down. 9 yards. 82 yards on 17 carries for Andresen. When he's found good running lanes, it's been to that left side of that defense. The offensive right. 2nd and 1. Give it to him again. He's got the first down. He's got 5 yards. New set of downs at the 49-yard line. For Desert Hills, their last drive stalled deep in Green Canyon territory. They couldn't pick it up on 4th and 1. Now they've got a new set of downs at the 49. Good get off by Green Canyon, but they overran the play as Andresen picks up another 10. He's up to 97 yards on 19 carries. And they move the sticks. I'm not sure why the clock is stopped. Clock's been stopped the whole time. Here's the throw out to the edge to Young, and a late hit. Braxton Bowman came in and landed on top of Young as he was laying down on the ground. They're going to add 15 yards to a pass play that went for no gain. But before that, the clock stopped. The clock stops to move the chains. Once the chains are set, the clock starts again. And that clock sat there and didn't run for a good 7-8 seconds. So that's a 15-yard penalty. On top of a 0-yard pass play. Green Canyon with their first penalty of this fourth quarter and of the second half. Handed off to Andresen. Andresen tries to bounce it outside. Wheatley's around his ankle. Gain of a yard. 20 carries, it's 98 yards for Andresen, so just under 5 yards a carry for number 1. Now he's going to head to the sideline and be replaced by Brown. Eight and a half to play in a 3-0 ball game. Green Canyon hanging on to a lead by their fingernails. As Desert Hills once again inside the Green Canyon 30. Nice run down to the 21-yard line. Third down. This one 3rd and 3. The ball just inside the 21-yard line. Hand it, nowhere to go for Brown. So after a nice run on 2nd down, on 3rd down he picks up a yard. So now it's 4th down. Hayden Porter out on the field to try to tie this game up at 3. This would be a 37-yard field goal. From the left hash. Low snap, but they get it down, kicks up, kicks good. We're tied at 3. 6:49 to play in regulation, and we're all tied up at Green Canyon, 3 apiece. on the Game of the Week playoff edition on the Valley Channel. At the Oak Grist Mill in Logan, they mill their own flour fresh every day. They bake those delicious artisan breads, pastries, and their sandwiches are so delicious, all made from scratch. Browse their menu, order online, and learn more about their baking and milling process at logangristmill.com. Whether you're stopping by for breakfast or lunch or a fresh loaf to take home, the Old Grist Mill is dedicated to quality, flavor, and community. It's where tradition rises, the Old Grist Mill. An offensive explosion here in the second half as both teams have kicked a field goal. 3-3 with 6:49 to play in the ball game. At least 6:49 to play in regulation. We could end up with an overtime. Let's see what happens. Green Canyon now will get their hands on it. Pabst takes it at the 1. Pabst kicks it to the outside, looking for an opening. Back into the middle. Out to the 35-yard line before he's finally, 25-yard line before he's finally brought down. And now Green Canyon gets a turn at it. It's been interesting, Coach Ely telling me that they wanted to try to get their athletes on the outside to let them make some plays against some of that man coverage, and that hasn't really unfolded. Here's the give. Big hit. And Allen picks up 5. "96 yards rushing." Wait, let's look at that. 105 yards rushing for Green Canyon. Missed one of those lines. Allen, the leading rusher, 5 for 38. Monk looking downfield, tucks it and runs. Gets his helmet knocked off and spins for a first down. He's going to have to come off the field. Let's see where they spot him. Oh goodness, they spot him clear back at the 35, but that's still a first down. No, they let him. Yeah, that's Perry that's in there now. Monk, I think because his helmet came off, has to come off for a play. Perry's going to hand it off. Couple of yards for Jenkins. And now here comes Monk back on the field. He took a wallop. He didn't go down. He was looking for that first down. He looked like he picked it up by 3 yards, but his knee must have touched before his helmet came flying off and he lurched forward. 2nd and 8. Now they're going up top. Edelmeyer tries to bring it in with one hand. Here's the flag. A lot of hand fighting going on. And Edelmeyer was asking for it, and he's going to get it. So that's a 15-yard penalty and a big break for Green Canyon. 7 penalties. Now that one for 15 yards for Desert Hills, and Green Canyon's in Desert Hills territory at the 48-yard line and a first down. 5 minutes to play in regulation. We're tied at 3. Monk, lots of time, going downfield again, this time for Peremski. Poremski catches it, pins it against the defender, and then tries to pull his hands and loses it. That's Meredith, who was running stride for stride with Poremski. Poremski pinned it against Meredith's back, and as they were running out of bounds, Poremski's hands came off the ball and it falls incomplete. And I think if they end up running out of bounds and he keeps that ball pinned, I think that's a reception. It doesn't matter because he didn't, and it's 2nd and 10. So after being really conservative, Green Canyon's gone downfield the last couple of plays. Jenkins picks up yardage down to the 45. It'll be 3rd and 7. Jenkins averaging just under 3 yards a carry. He's 11 for 31. Third down and 7. Clock runs, 4:10 to play in regulation. Monk pops it downfield and then a big hit, and here comes the flag from the back judge, and they're going to say defensive receiver. They're going to say a high hit. Receiver caught it, and then he took a wallop. And these are the kind of hits that forever have been celebrated in football, and now you may or may not get flagged for them. Usually you do. Let's see what the call is. Personal foul. So it's a defenseless receiver type of situation. They didn't say targeting or a hit to the head or anything like that. That was just a big hit. And again, that's something that for years is just fine. And now the last few years, it's just not. And they don't call it every time, but they call it a lot. And player safety, yeah, it's a big deal, but it's a violent sport. Those kind of plays sometimes can be tough to swallow. That one happened a long way away from here, so we didn't see everything that went into it. Jenkins following one of his linemen, picking up about 3. Now Green Canyon maybe starts to think about milking that clock as we're down under 4 minutes left. You can keep moving it down and get into scoring position, and whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, not leave time for the other team. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, 2nd and 7. Monk back to throw. Going up top at the goal line. Edelmayer can't come up with it. I don't know if he lost it in the light or what. Monk looked like he had dropped it right in the bucket. Edelmayer couldn't come up with it as the defender had fallen down. 3rd and 7. Well, so much for the theory that, well, maybe they'll just try to pound it in down there and run the clock down. 3:06 to play in regulation. The ball at the 27-yard line. I think you're going to want a few more yards for Holt. If you can't get the first down, you're probably going to want 4 or 5 more yards. Now flags and too much time. Green Canyon calls timeout just before they get rung up for the penalty. 3:06 to play in regulation. We're tied at 3 in the game of the week on the Valley Channel Playoff Edition. Whether you're planting your first vegetable garden or managing a mature landscape, Anderson Seed & Garden in Logan is your local resource for quality seeds, plants, trees, garden tools, soil fertilizer, and more. Their staff can help you select the right varieties for the Cache Valley climate. They can offer you planting tips, recommend soil amendments, Go to their website, andersonseedandgarden.com. Browse their seed collections, perennials, and gardening resources. They've got so much information even there on their website. It's amazing. Anderson Seed and Garden, a Game of the Week sponsor. So in a game that hasn't been extremely interesting, although close, most of the game is now turning a bit dramatic. 3:06 to play in regulation, tied at 3, 3rd and 7 for Green Canyon. Deep in Desert Hills territory. Monk unloads behind Pabst. He comes up with it, slips out of a tackle. He's got a first down. Eight yards and a first down. First completion in this second half for Monk. He's 8 of 14 for 49 yards. And now they're well within Holt's field goal range. You got a field goal in your back pocket if you're Green Canyon. How do you play it? You play it close to the vest. They turn and hand it off. Jenkins taken down by Colton Hopper. Hopper, the junior D end. He's the old man on that defensive line as a junior. He's been everywhere tonight. No gain for Jenkins. Clock continues to move. Green Canyon has 2 timeouts left. Desert Hills has all of theirs. If Desert Hills gets a stop here, you wonder if maybe they'll take their first timeout. Spread look, Peremski, the running back. Going across the middle, Edelmayer makes the catch. Perfect throw by Monk. Nice grab by Edelmayer. Gain of 11, 1st and goal. Edelmayer 4 for 33. Well, Desert Hills is going to have to start thinking about taking timeouts, and they do. 1:55 to play in regulation. We're tied at 3. Green Canyon has 1st and goal at the 8-yard line on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Don't let a hearing loss silence your life. I think about it all the time with all the headsets, headphones I've listened to, all the noisy places I've been for 3+ decades doing this. So I worry about it. I think about it. You know who's awesome? It's Dr. Paul Daines at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. He can take care of you if you're worried about it. They demystify the hearing aids over there and get tailored fittings and the best care around. Many in Logan already trust Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Be among them. Hear the difference. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology with Dr. Paul Daines. This one looks like it's going to come right down to the wire. Less than 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Green Canyon and Desert Hills tied at 3 apiece. The 14-19 matchup, the winner goes on to play at Snow Canyon next week. Monk hands it to Peremski. Peremski breaks through, touchdown! Peremski, the first player for either team to find pay dirt, and he does it with 1:56 to play in this football game. Now the all-important extra point for Tanner Holt. Low with the hold. Kick is good. Green Canyon with their largest lead of the game. They lead 10-3 with 1:56 to play in this ball game. You're watching the Game of the Week Playoff Edition on the Valley Channel. If you are craving something fast and fresh, Wendy's is offering the $8 JBC meal. What's JBC stand for? Junior Bacon Cheeseburgers. You get 2 of them, plus a medium fries and a medium drink, all for just $8. Available at both their North and South Main locations. Pair it with a Frosty for dessert. Yes, you can dip your fries in the Frosty if you'd like. Wendy's in Logan, serving 100% fresh, never frozen beef and real ingredients. Wendy's, quality is our recipe. Now it's Desert Hill's turn. They will have 1:56 and 2 timeouts to try to tie this thing up and maybe push it to overtime. Holt's kick goes into the end zone. So Desert Hills will have to have an 80-yard drive. Can they do it? Points have been at a premium tonight. The offenses of both teams have struggled. So it's a big ask for Desert Hills to go 80 yards, but Andresen has been great tonight. 20 carries, 98 yards. They need to corral number 1. He's going to stay in the block as Brownstein throws it incomplete. Only the second incompletion of the night for Brownstein. He was 14 of 16 for 72 yards. He's been plagued by the turnover bug this season. 9 interceptions for number 16. And Drayson the lone setback. They're going to put it in the air again. Brownstein hits the crosser. It's going to be 3rd and short after a gain of 8. Duckett, 4 catches, 38 yards. The leading receiver for Desert Hills. 3rd and 2. Flags fly, somebody moving early. That's been a problem for Desert Hills tonight. That's their 4th procedure penalty. 9th overall, 7 in this second half, 3rd in the 4th quarter. So now it's 3rd and 7. Four-man rush by Green Canyon. Brownstein across the middle, ball pops out of the hands of Young and into the air and falls harmlessly to the turf. 4th down in the ball game for Desert Hills. And the Thunder wants a timeout with 1:11 to play. Green Canyon is 1 stop away from punching a ticket for a long bus ride down to Snow Canyon next week. But they'll take it if it means you get to play for another week. It's a final now. East has beaten Murray. So next week, Ridgeline will host East. We'll have that game for you here on the Valley Channel. Skyview beat Juan Diego. Late in the ball game, Skyline leads Tooele by 20. Still no update on that Bear River Timpanogos score, but Timpanogos was up big at the half. Late in the ball game, Mountain Crest leads Uinta 48-7. It's 4th down and 7 here. Flags fly as everybody went but the center. The center didn't snap it, everybody went. Center was on 2, everybody was on 1. We went from 3rd and short to 4th and 12. Brownstein loads up, going down the sideline. And they say he was out of bounds. Cummings with a great grab out there, and they say he did not get down in bounds. That was straight down the line from us, but all the way over on the other side of the field. So I can't tell you what I thought. I thought he had maybe come down in bounds. They're a long way away from it. And so Green Canyon takes over with 1:03 left on the clock. And it looks like they're going to move on, go down to Snow Canyon next week. Highland leads Dixie late in that ball game. Salem Hills up big over Mountain View late in that one. Green Canyon takes too much time and gets called for a delay. Their third penalty of the night, second of the fourth quarter. 1st and 15. They just need to take a couple of knees. They can take a knee and Desert Hills can call a timeout, but then on 2nd and 3rd down, Desert Hills cannot call a timeout. So Green Canyon can pretty much run this thing down. And that looks like they're in victory formation. Monk takes a knee. $127 yards on the ground for Green Canyon tonight, only 60 through the air. 187 total yards for Green Canyon before these kneel downs. $106 yards on the ground for Desert Hills, 80 through the air, 186 yards for Desert Hills. So a close ball game all the way around. Green Canyon gets the late touchdown, and they get the win, 10-3. They will move on to the next round and play Snow Canyon at Snow Canyon next week. We will have Ridgeline and East. That's slated for a 4 p.m. kickoff next Friday, 4 p.m. on Halloween. Keep an eye on our Facebook page and our X account to find out what time. Make sure that'll be at 4, or if the two schools have to agree to it. We hope you enjoyed this ball game. We enjoyed bringing it to you. We'll see you next time on the Game of the Week.